Got to say hello to the kids. I wasn't really sure if I was going to do a video again yet without a microphone, but I just thought I'd give an update. A video I've actually been working on is I found a load of lost footage from when I was restoring the Harley Sportster, and that's still ongoing, so I figured I'm just going to turn that into one giant movie. It's coming along nicely though. I'm in the paintwork stage at the moment, as you can see here. So that's taking up a lot of my time at the moment. I was going to do some moto vlogging with a microphone, because I actually bought a microphone. Oh god, that's where to start this fucking fail. I work in tech, and we have to obviously be up to date using the latest tech and shit that comes out, so we started using AI, ChatGPT, and I was in the market for a DJI 2 wireless microphone, and I asked ChatGPT, I said, well, this is what I'm looking at, what are my other options? And ChatGPT did its job, because I forgot to tell it that the microphone would be specifically placed inside of a helmet and would need like a lot of gain reduction. I didn't tell it that, so it found me something that looked like a alternate to the DJI, and that was something called the Boya mic, and it looked pretty much the same. It was like had like 2 transmitters and 1 receiver and a little charging case. It looked a lot like the DJI. That had like, I don't know if it was poor quality microphone or if it was that it didn't have enough gain reduction. So every time I spoke with it inside the helmet, even if I had it all the way down like next to my ear, like all the way on the left side, it was still just like loads of distortion, loads of clipping. So I gave up on that and decided to send it back. But it was only after I bought the fucking thing that I realised the company is based in Beijing. So fucking hell, so to do returns I've had to pay for like tracked postage with like insurance compensation in case it goes missing, because anytime I send something to fucking China, it miraculously disappears when it gets handed over to the Chinese couriers. So I've just sent that back, hoping to get my money back and put that towards a DJI or towards more stuff for the Sportster. That was kind of a failed attempt. Otherwise I'd be doing proper moto vlogging with a microphone inside of my helmet instead of yelling in the middle of the street like I am at the moment. You know what, fuck this. I don't wait. That is how I do it. Yeah, the Boya mic was a complete failure, but that's on its way home, and then hopefully I should get a refund. It wasn't hugely expensive, it was £116, but still, I'd like that money back. I was looking at like Osmo action cameras as well. I really want one of them, but it's not on the books at the moment. We still have to pay vet bills and a wedding, shit like that. But the next stop for today is Halford to pick up some, I don't know, I'm tapping the handlebars, Halford, to pick up some 1500 grit sandpaper that I've run out of, and I need that for where the Sportster restoration project is currently. It's a 21-year-old Sportster. It's been subject to the coastal weather, so I'm stripping paint, I'm redoing it, like trying to get it all shiny and clear coat and pinstripes and all sorts of shit. So yeah, the microphone is now on the back burner again, but hopefully soon. If not, I'll just keep fucking shouting my ass off. My jeans keep rolling up. Let me out. I need fucking new gloves as well.
I've got to click and collect for some sandpaper.
See, I'm quite glad that I found all this old footage of the Sportster restoration. I mean, by restoration, I mean like this is all the modifications I made as well. Back from when I changed the handlebars and repainted like the headlight and relocated the indicators. So it's quite a lot of stuff. But I'll throw up a little thing of how it's going so you can sort of see what I'm working on at the moment. It looks cool though, with the pinstripes. I mean, I don't really know what I'm doing, but... Back it up, back it in. Let one commence. After you. now I run you down. Right, Hastings next. So let's see, middle of the roundabout, and there's just a BMW just sat right in the centre there. Shall we be absolutely obnoxious and just fucking overtake? I am bike, I do what I like. All because that Beamer wanted to sit in the middle of the fucking roundabout. McDonald's is priorities. Fucking careful, guys. Jesus Christ. Car drivers are a menace. I guess that's about it. Like, I'm working on the Sportster. There'll be some big video to come. Once I've finished repainting the front fender and the rear fender, I might even do the fuel tank if I'm feeling fancy, but we'll see how the fenders go first. Oh, and I'm kind of gutted. There was this upgrade I wanted to get for Dirty Diana. I wanted to get a luggage rack because she's got that unique stop light, the brake light. It's that round thing that's sat right in the middle of the fucking fender. And I found what I'm guessing now is a bespoke part on a Cruiser Customs website, because it's that fucking tail light. The luggage rack kind of like incorporates the tail light into it. It's actually very cleverly designed. But yeah, they said that sold out ages ago. So I guess it was a bespoke part, and now I'm going to have to figure out someone else to get a luggage rack and back. Either I get a new tail light, which I don't want to do because I like the look of that one, or we go to a fabricator, which I imagine would be really fucking expensive. I wish like I had like a proper workshop in my garage, you know, power tools, and I could get a lathe and like a welding torch. I'd love to be able to just make it myself. Never done anything like that before. But it would be so fucking cool. I don't know, if it's still on the website, I'll show you a picture here. But like, when I looked up that company that's listed, it's some company in Germany, I think, that does like fabrications and stuff like that, so I'm pretty sure it was a bespoke piece. Oh, little doggy. So let's talk about the Sportster for a minute, instead of good old Diana here. So I've had that Sportster since like 2015 or something. It's been about 10 years, I think. Probably longer actually, 2013 maybe. I had a few cosmetic issues at the start. We live near the coast, the salty air down here just eats through everything. And I was young and stupid, so I didn't take the best care of it. And then my life situation meant that it went off the road for a few years. So now I am determined to get it back to better than 100%. And then it's probably going to be sold because I'm not really riding it. And she deserves to be ridden. It's had the new 8 hangers of the new Moto Gadget Speedo, the new top clamp. I'm now painting the front fender, now do the rear fender. If I see any rusted bolts and stuff like that, getting them out, replacing them with stainless steel, brand new bolts for everything. I might change the controls as well because the silver ones that come with Harleys, like they're a little bit fucking I don't really like them. Maybe get some blacked out ones. I might even black out the fork blowers if I'm feeling fancy. Yeah, there's a long way to go on it, but I've got the paint and I got the sandpaper now, so I may as well just go for it. Yeah, that's what's eating up my time at the moment. All the recordings I've got doing the Sportster restoration, this is back in the days when I'd first started YouTubing, and all I had was a phone in my hand and 3 brain cells at best. So all the footage is a little bit sort of hit and miss, but I'm still putting it all together. And then from this point on, where the painting is started, I'll start doing something a bit more comprehensive. I was so tempted with the Sportster to do a metal flake paint job. I didn't realise you can get metal flake in an aerosol can, like spray rattle can. Gonna get like black and then gunmetal on top or something like that, but then I'd do that if I was keeping it, because that would be a paint job for me. But as I'm selling it, I don't know, I figured I'll try and match the original paintwork, you know, black with pinstripes like it had out of the factory, because I figure people will probably enjoy that more, or give it a better chance of selling if it looked a bit more stock. If it looked a bit more stock and I've got like giant fucking blacked out ape hangers on it. Alright, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to finish restoring it and then I'm not going to want to sell it. Got too many memories. Especially considering that was mine and Joe's first holiday together. We went to the Isle of Wight on the Sportster. But sometimes you got to move on. And I've moved on to my Dyna. Who knows? Maybe if I get good enough at the spraying, I might respray the Dyna. Maybe give this the metal flake treatment. as always. See you coming on that. I just had a policeman say, "You're right, mate." Me. Oh no, I'm in trouble. And then he just walked away. Anyone else like that? If a policeman says anything to you, you're just like, "I'm guilty." I need money crop race. Maybe I should give myself a Just Eat bag on the back. So for a bit of perspective, here, this is the Sportster. I've already put new exhaust pipes on, new shocks, painted the belt guard, but I might do that again. Actually, that might just be dirt. I definitely want to do that again because I want to put some filler on it, make it smooth. Already got new grips, new mirrors, new bars, new speedo, new top clamp. Need to find a home for that button. Need to repaint this. I repainted that, these. That's got a little bit of a scuff, so I need to redo that. Relocated them from up here to there. This is plastic, piece of shit that I found on eBay. It's a placeholder. I'm painting the real one, so soon that'll be back to gold. Not gold, you know, good condition, pinstripes, good paint. Oh, and white wall tyres, of course. So that's what's happening here. Oh, my precious cargo.